Previously on this thing called marriage.
Today we will discuss ministry and marriage, or work and marriage. In marriage, as long as there's a leader, everybody must follow the leader.
That's true. Being married to a man of God 99.999999 fully
is the best thing you can ever do.
Everything is faith.
Every man must take the lead.
Right. The place of a woman is not leadership. The place of a woman is following. Men have, I know several men who left church not because they want to, because their wives have convinced them that that is the right thing to do.
I have an issue when your wife tells you, let's leave church, and you leave. Is she your God?
No, that's wrong. When your eye is single, your body will have light.
Yes.
Especially in ministry, that singularity of eye that has to do with the vision there.
Yes. Welcome. It's another wonderful Tuesday. We're excited to be live on air on SOA TV, and we are so excited that you're part of this great Tuesday. Every Tuesday we call it Terrific Tuesday. Why? Because every Tuesday we discuss this thing called
marriage.
We sit on this couch with my wife, my friend, my partner in Christ, and my partner in Christ. As we discuss this thing called marriage. Because we believe that marriage is good.
Marriage work.
If only
you work it.
Karibu sana, and today we are going to help you watch your own. So karibuni sana, those who are watching us from home. It is another wonderful episode. We had another program, another topic to discuss, but due to what is running in the media, social media, and what is happening, we feel like we need to address some things. And so we are excited. Those who are watching at home, wale ambao wanatazamia
Hapana.
They're watching from home. Wanatazamia nyumbani.
Hakuna kutazamia.
Kuna Kiswahili kama hiyo.
Wanatazama.
Wewe mtu ambaye right Kiswahili, wanatazama ama wanatazamia nyumbani. They're watching from home. Right translation. The right translation. No, let's go.
Wanatazama.
Tazamia nyumbani.
Hakuna kutazamia.
Please, Swahili teachers.
Tazamia is looking forward. Wanatazamia nyumbani, looking forward nyumbani.
No, wanatazamia nyumbani, wanaonea nyumbani.
Acha kutuangusha.
They're watching from home.
Hakuna.
Wewe. Our English teachers were different. So those who are watching from home, ama watazamia nyumbani, we want you to make sure you join us. You can join us. Tafadhali nyote ambao mna watch kama mko home. Ndio sasa mtu asiseme kilango mzuri. Tafadhali make sure you join us. Call the numbers on the screen 0727 438-728. And today's program, we want you to be very agile. We want you to be part of the program. We want you to join us on the program. We want you to participate on the program. So you'll be calling us, you'll be calling in, texting in. Send us your text, talk to us, 0727 438-728. And those on social media,
0705 also is the second number. 0705 899
correct.
And I can say on social media before even I say the Facebook pages that you can follow us on. Catherine is losing us even more. She's saying that tazamia ni sawa na tumainia.
Thank you.
Tumainia ni nini?
Thank you.
Tumainia is hopeful.
Tazamia nyumbani.
She has not agreed with you. She's just saying that tazamia ati ni sawa na tumainia. Hapana.
Seriously. Check Swahili what? Kamusi. Kiswahili sahihi.
So you're watching us from Rev B and Sound of Abundance Facebook page. You're welcome.
Yes.
Ladies of Royal Distinction Facebook page, karibu sana. Welcome from SOA TV KE. You are welcome.
Too much.
And also we are live on YouTube on SOA TV YouTube page. You are welcome, everyone watching us live. God bless you. Thank you for being a loyal family member on the social media.
Yes.
Karibuni sana.
Karibu. And today's topic is very hot But please, before we go to the topic, we want the right translation. Ni kutazama ama tazamia. Please, our director Mutaura, help us. But also only Google. Usiseme ile akinini, ubaki umesema kikwenu. Just anyone who is watching us on hata nyumbani. Kama unataka kutazamia nyumbani from home.
Doubting Thomas.
No. It depends with your Swahili and English teacher.
Doubting Thomas.
Some mtu asema dad ni kutazamia nyumbani. Thank you. Kutazama nyumbani kutazamia. Wewe wacha wewe.
You know you can't be wrong.
No, I can be wrong.
I
just want people to confirm.
But
the witness of 3, a matter is established.
Already that's a witness of 2. Me and her.
A matter of 3. Both of 3, 2.
Okay, an addition of 1 and you'll be wrong. And then we move on. Because even we are not here about kutazamia or kutazamia.
No, we want to make sure we are speaking the right language.
You want to make sure that you're right. That's the point. You want to make sure that
please, we are waiting. And please, if your comment is not agreeing with me, don't comment.
And my sister Eve is saying kutazama papa.
Hapana, wewe ni mjaluo ulijule
hapi. A matter of
Kiswahili na people from Lakeside does not go.
A matter of 3. A matter of how many?
No.
3.
Wale ambao wanatazamia nyumbani, they are watching from home.
I told you wouldn't agree to be wrong. I told you.
Right.
That's the point.
We are so excited that you're part of this program. Kindly those on social media, watching us on TV, kindly tell a friend to tell a friend that Reverend Akama and his beautiful wife and his partner in crime are here to discuss this thing called marriage. It's going to be very epic. Please, we want you to get involved. Make sure you're part of this program. Make sure you're following this program. Make sure you interact with us. Call the numbers, text the numbers. We want to hear your comment. Today's program is not only for us to talk to you, we want to talk all of us. And please, we are going to tell you our mind, biblical way and the right way, counseling way. So remember, Mama is a qualified counselor. So she's not like bringing things. That's one, but most of the times I disagree with me because anatoa hiki tu kwa watu wamesoma wako na shida zingine. Watu wana akili mingi si mzuri. Mimi siingilia mtu yote.
Okay.
All right. So today's topic we are going to discuss.
We are talking on, as he said, something that we have something that has really gone on in the airwaves since Friday. Okay, people have been talking about it, and it is what we call abuse in marriage.
Yes.
Okay, that led to one person dying, a very prominent person in the kingdom of God. And so the topic of tonight is don't die in marriage.
Yes.
That's the
don't
topic.
Die in marriage.
Don't die in marriage, or else don't die for marriage. But the topic that we are handling is don't die in marriage. Why? Many women, many men are dying in marriage, dying for marriage.
Yes. Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
And today we want to handle this topic. We're going to open it up. We're not going to mice something. We're going to say the truth as it should and the right thing to be done.
Yes.
Now, let's be very honest here. No matter how God has brought into marriage, no matter how well you got married, maybe through a wedding, traditional marriage, whatever it is, there is what is right for marriage and there is what is not right for marriage.
Yeah.
Many people today are suffering in silence. Now, there are some things that we were taught before, and we saw it in our parents, and people are using that for staying in abusive marriage. Now, there is good marriages.
Yes.
The marriage is supposed to be blissful. Marriage should be very sweet and very loving.
Yeah.
But marriage also can be sour.
Yes.
Now, the naked truth is this: God is against divorce.
That's the thing.
Biblically, divorce is wrong. But you don't die in marriage. The laws of life are better more than the laws of marriage.
Yeah.
You see? And there's so many men and there's so many women, and even before we go there, I strongly believe by the time somebody is getting into an abusive marriage, they show some red signs.
No. It doesn't start off that way.
No, you will see some red lights.
Because the truth is this, the onset of any romantic relationship is very sweet and is very promising. But things get sour inside the thing. Okay, I don't think there is anyone, or even if they are there, there are very few. Okay,
What?
that enter into a toxic marriage and they've already seen the red signs. You must be very creepy and aujipendi, because there's no tie, there's no vow, there's no ring. All right, there are no children. So why are you getting into this marriage and you've already seen the red signs? I'm not refuting, they are there. But the bigger percentage of people getting into marriage is because there's love. You want to be with this person. They make you happy. But down the line, things change.
I agree.
Yeah.
But what I strongly disagree with you is you cannot date somebody for 1 year, 2 years, and you have not seen some things about them that is not nice.
Let me tell you.
For example, let me just give an example. He might not slap you when you're dating, but he can shout at you. He can mishandle you. He's emotionally, bringing you down. God allows you, a bad person, God will allow you to see. Somebody cannot hide themselves fully. You can't pretend the whole 1 year. Is not possible.
It's true, but you see, those are small signs, that you can say probably I angered him, probably he angered me, okay? And those are signs that you can't run away from, like, hey, that guy shouted at me, so the relationship is over. Okay? You can say the relationship is over, the guy tried to hit me, because that's a big thing. So those small things, someone shouting is normal. Anyone can overreact, okay? Anyone can get carried away. Probably they see you doing something and they feel like, normal anger is okay. But now these big things that now we are talking about today that you shouldn't take do not automatically appear when you're dating.
I believe if somebody is shouting the first time, probably is angry. But every time he's angry, he's shouting, it's a red sign. If he shouted the first day, the second day, probably. But anytime he meets you, you're talking, he's rough, he's too obsessed, he's too insecure, he's always asking questions, snooping, and he's always calling you names. And you're not married. He's cheating and you're still not married. These are signs that a man that will cheat tomorrow, you will see.
And that is big. Mm-hmm. If someone is shouting every other time when he's angry, that is big. Mm-hmm. What we are talking about is you see some small signs and then you decide to end up in marriage with this person. You can take it as normal anger. But now when it gets into marriage, the first slap comes up. Those are now what you start looking at as red signs. Anger outbursts, often times. Coming home and they don't want to talk. Then you start seeing messages on their phone. All those things now grow with time in marriage. Because you see, no one wants to lose a relationship that probably they've already seen a beautiful girl that they want to settle down with. So they'll behave. Hata kama kuna hizo, clothes that are being hidden, they won't come out automatically. They will come out, especially this happens when we get the first baby or during pregnancy of the first child. Is when you start seeing some weird conk behaviors that are calling out for certain attention. Right? But during dating, even if that person will show some signs, there won't be signs that you need to run away from. Otherwise, if they are big enough for you to run away from and you still commit to this marriage, you are foolish.
Now, this is fine. I agree with you. But let's now talk about this matter. Let me talk about this matter. This is a Christian setup. Or non-Christian setup. One of the things that I will tell everybody today, that the moment you marry somebody or you're married to somebody and you've noticed some things, emotional abuse.
Yeah, that's exactly where we were to start off. What are the kinds of the abuses? Because you see, many people right now are looking at what happened. Okay, we are not going to repeat it or mention it. We are not even talking about that, that setup. We are talking about the larger setup. All right. But many people know abuse as the physical one peke.
No.
Mtu mwenye anakuchapa ndiye mbaya.
Huyu ameenda sana kwanza.
Unaona? But actually it doesn't start that way. In actual sense, it does not start that way. All right? There is the starting point, which the starting point may start as the emotional neglect, the psychological torture. Someone doesn't talk to you, handles you with a certain level of carelessness.
Let's start from that point.
Yeah. Because ndio mtu afike, for someone to get to a point whereby they are hitting you, they didn't just wake up and hit you. There's something that broke somewhere.
Gradual.
It is gradual. And the starting point for me is the emotional. Right? That person all of a sudden starts, getting cold, getting a little abusive, maybe verbally. Shouting, mishandling your emotions. You complain and you say, we need a seating. I don't like the way you did ABCD last time. They shut you down. Controlling, manipulative. All those things are psychological. When they can't listen to you, take your complaints seriously, it starts like that. All right? Someone who is completely disconnected, someone who was connected now completely is disconnected and not caring about your emotional well-being.
Cheating on you also.
Yeah. Cheating is another stage. Okay?
Oh, right.
Yeah, cheating is another form of abuse. So the first one, personally, I think is the emotional. Okay? That is how it starts. Then now it goes to maybe you're having...
even mental is the first one.
Also, you go to emotional now. You go to the mental. The mental is now whereby anakutesa akili. Okay? You're trying to sit down to an agreement. The person is not listening. Why can't we go see so and so? We get help. The hardening part of it all.
Yes.
It kills your mind. Kichwa ngumu ingine, tangible. Something that you can tell. It started emotionally. Then it now goes to whatever you're saying, I never listen. You are not important. Whatever you're going through is your own. Go through it and come out of it. That is, it goes now to the mental. All right? Then now it goes to the what? To the physical. You're arguing maybe in between. Oh, you're not adhering. You're not listening to me.
If we go before it gets to physical, it gets to abuse.
Verbal abuse.
That is also bad. A verbal. Anakutusi. Big words. Calling you stupid. You're an idiot. You're not learned.
You're useless.
Akili ndogo. Kutumia akili wewe. Wewe mtoto. Those are abuse. You see, and anyone that can insult you can hit you. Because it comes to when he feels that imatuse gingi, it will go beyond it.
So for me, the abuse can be clustered with the emotional, in the emotional part, because now hiyo ni maneno inatoka. You see, emotions cannot be touched. Even abuse cannot be touched. All right? So it gets to emotional, it comes to the mental, then it goes now in the arguing. The man now for the first time slaps you, or the woman grabs you and does something, maybe tears your shirt or something. Okay, it goes to the physical. We don't want to assume that there is only women who go to
the men who are beaten. There are men who are abused.
Then now we go now to, it goes to the sexual abuse, whereby someone decides, I'm not giving you sex. We are not having this thing until we agree. It is a form of abuse.
And there are men now who decide, after this, there's a couple we know, that when the man has fought with the wife, the wife is hurt emotionally, and the man will sleep by force with the wife. That is sexual abuse.
Sexual is a form of rape. But now, rape from a husband. Okay? That one now is sexual abuse. So, all these forms are all these things. There's financial abuse, whereby this man or this woman now, say the man probably, because he's the provider. The financial abuse now, the man totally is not attending to the family financially. No paying rent, no paying school fees, no feeding them, nothing. He's just a useless man. Yet he goes to work every day and does nothing in the house. The woman now remains struggling with the children. So all those are forms of abuses. But now, what we will be talking about majorly today, I think, is based on the physical. Because someone who can beat you is someone who can harm you nicely and kill you. I say this, someone may tend to disagree with me, but I usually say one can dent your heart.
Ma'am, let me cut you short a bit.
Okay.
Let me cut you short. For me, all form of abuse are bad.
Yeah.
There's somebody who can hurt you emotionally, and the pain they put is worse than the pain of slapping you.
It's true, and I wish you could have let me finish there. All right. For me, how I look at it, this is a personal thought. It's true. There's someone who can really torture you mentally. It's a mental abuse, right? And mess up with your brain. I read somewhere today, because this thing has really been going on in the social media. This man had a tendency of kusomea bibi yake. You know the way anakupigia kelele for 3 hours.
Aye!
That I read today on social media. That woman, one point at night, 3 a.m., was listening to the noise of that man until she had a seizure. Ilimuingia kiasi gani?
Jesus.
Mpaka akapata convulsion. Aliamkia hosi. What kind of mental torture is that? Until you get, it has entered the brain. In other words.
Imagine.
That maneno of 3 hours. Mpaka the lady now got a seizure. Which is completely, now that one has gone to the brain. It is bad.
Torture.
You know, can make you go mad.
Can delete information.
Yeah. You see, now it's something that was happening. That night she listened to it and she just, you know, things just
out.
And the guy completely akamkimbiza hospitali. When she woke up, she remembered the last place that this thing happened. That is torture. But one of the things I usually say is, personally, this is personal, and if you've gone through emotional abuse, I have nothing against your feelings. All right. But one thing I usually say is, emotional. If I have to run, physical, mental, financial abuse, sexual abuse, if I have to run, I will run. But any harm that has been done on me physically, so many make happen, nimevunjwa mguu, my hand has been broken. Okay, I've been hurt, maybe nimepigwa ngumi, I've lost my hearing, because I know someone who by physical abuse they lost their hearing. That is something that I can never correct. You're understanding me to that point? Yes. And that is personal. That is personal. So for me, if I was to cluster these things, I would cluster them like that. Kuna malikifika, you can see this is now getting out of hand emotionally, you can run. And
you should run.
Yeah, go see a counselor, go see a pastor, heal yourself and all that, which is not easy. It takes years. It takes years to heal. All right? But there are some physical abuses that many people don't recover from. The hand is broken. It will never, maybe you've completely lost your foot. Maybe umechomona acid.
Like also a photo I saw today of a police officer whose wife poured acid on his face.
Yes.
Really, for you to get there.
Yeah.
You see, the issue is this. The moment abuse begins, no matter on what level, it's a red sign that this thing can escalate to the end.
Kabisa.
So the moment Amaza Kukona is locking you out when you're talking, you cannot have a constructive
conversation.
You cannot tell him something and he listens, or tell her something. Anytime you talk, you're arguing and is abusive. It's releasing some acidic, very bad words towards you. You don't wait until the day will hit you. You shouldn't. You see, as you're saying, this thing is gradual. And a time will come that if the man or the woman will feel that you're no longer feeling like an issue, a story we got of a woman who kept on insulting the husband. I think it's from Nyandaro and whatever, somewhere. She kept on insulting the husband, and calling him big names. And the man was not like that. It was the wife used to say that the man is cheating. It was all over news. And then one day in the night, the woman just chopped off his genital.
Imagine.
Chopped off. And the man wanted really. So that man is no longer a man. His thing is gone. That is an abuse. But you see,
physical. It started with the verbal, which would cluster it as emotional.
Yes.
And then now it went to physical. That's why I say, someone can't just wake up and slap you.
No.
Kuna mahali ilianzia.
No, there's nothing you're doing about it.
Yes.
For your wife to insult you till she slaps you, there's a certain leeway.
Yeah.
Certain point, you have been opening the door to that point.
And allowing it. Yeah.
And the issue is this. When it comes to physical abuse, it should not be condoned.
At all.
It should not be condoned. But
now I have a concern. If we say if it gets emotional, it gets mental, people should run. Okay? How many will stay in marriage? Because these things are happening. How far is too far? We will talk about it down there.
Yes.
Okay? To what extent should you run even before it gets to physical? And see, being Christian leaders, we are giving counsel to so many people today who are listening. And
we want to be very open.
Yeah.
I'll be point blank.
At the end of the day, the decision lies in their hands.
Yes, but to tell you the truth.
Yes.
What they should do.
Yeah. Because now, if we say, it is now, this guy emotional, this lady mental, no one will stay in any marriage at all.
The thing is this.
At all.
Mama, let me say something here. You see, for example, let me give you a scenario. You're living with this man.
Yeah.
It's 1 month, 2 months. You're not having peace in that house. 3 months, it becomes a daily routine. He comes to the house, he's on his phone. He checks on your phone. He's very insecure. He's abusive. And the thing has been going on. He insults you. He does not provide. He doesn't care of the children. He goes out and is cheating on you. Really? What are you waiting for? For him to kill you? You see what will happen? It can be repaired. At that point, it can be repaired.
Yeah, that's where I beg to differ.
It can be repaired. But don't wait until now. It cannot be repaired.
Yes.
The thing is this, at that point, make some moves. Mtishe, talk up, do something that will make him know we don't like what he's doing.
Kuna mwingine alitoka kufuatwa, akatuma message kwa Sawa TV, akasema I left and he has not followed me. Sasa pia, you know, there is a way unaweza tisha ule atishikaji.
Kwanza wajule apokie uende. Ajake uende.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, that lady, by the way, it's a true story. She sent a text, yeah, and then later on called. So I was canceling her on phone and telling her, you made a mistake. You should have known the who you're dealing with, because by the kuna wengine you don't try some things with them. Right now she's in the village. Ameanza kuoneshwa madharau uko na mama. Mama anamwambia kwa nini ulitoka kwa ndoa yako?
No, but
you should ungevumilia. You know those parents of that enzi. Ungevumilia. Now the husband, she's counting 6 months down the line, the man has never even bothered to call.
But if still, I will still support them.
Yeah.
If you left because he was abusive, you have not done, and he has not followed you, thank God for it.
Yeah.
Because probably by you going back or staying there, he could have killed you.
And see now, she's suffering with the children at home. So she was now asking for prayer request that the man should look for her.
No, move on.
Yeah. For me, that is it. Even your pride.
Even your pride.
Katafute kazi, look for a small house.
And or to Napier grass.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that person that made you leave, there was a reason.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't get to know the reason of why she left, but there was a reason. But now at the end of the day, the guy has not come to look for you, meaning akutaki.
God has delivered you.
So if you go back in that house, it will be worse. Whatever made you leave, now it will have been propelled. You went and you have come back. You will sing the song.
Let me take you back a bit.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it too. Nikama tumeruka. Let me just bring this back, for example. How does a man really, in his correct mind, even him, just tell you sit there, akwanze kelele.
Yeah.
I think that is a sign that man psychologically is not fit.
Yeah.
Is insulting you for an hour. Yeah, achoki mudomo. That is to show you the person, because there are things even it will show you. For a man to decide one day is chopping off the head of the wife and killing the children.
No, that man did not wake up that day and do that.
No, and probably the wife saw it.
Yeah.
Or select kufanya.
Yeah.
I don't have money.
So, down here is part of what we are going to discuss today.
The thing is this.
Yeah.
When the moment you see that,
yeah,
Don't wait for the next thing.
No.
Don't wait at seriously. We were raised in a home like that.
Yes.
Whereby the man will come home and start noise from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m.
The time people should be eating.
We used to eat early.
Because if he comes, you guys won't eat.
Matter of fact, he enters like this. He starts with our cat. We have another cat called Jackie. Start by kicking Jack. Jack. I say,
I try to check it because now you're big. Otherwise, it's not a laughing matter.
Jack comes to greet them. Coffee taking. The next one
is whoever is next.
Is next. You'll be told to Moga. Then you check your neck. It's warm. Coffee.
Then goes to the next one.
You will go to everyone as it's chasing you out. So those things, for me, for you to wait until you get there.
Yeah.
That man's number one mentally is not fit.
Completely, and it is not allowed. We're going to tell you before we close the program. We're going to share with you when is it time to pack.
Yes, and is it right to pack?
And is it right to pack? Because a matter of fact, is it right to pack? It is very okay.
It is very right.
It is very, very okay. We are matriarchs of this thing called marriage. Marriage is good. Marriage works if only you work it. But today we are here to tell you that if it is not working,
don't kill yourself.
Don't die. Don't die in marriage, because you have a life out here that you can live without marriage. Life is not all about I got married 10 years ago, so you should die keeping it. No. There is more to life other than your status as Mrs. or husband to so and so.
True.
Yeah. So in my research, we had said there are stages to this abuse. Okay, and the first stage that I realize is the tension stage. The tension stage is where now we are talking about. There is that kabaridi. We're not talking. Okay, we are not talking. We are showing each other cold shoulder. The baby is being put inside in the middle of the bed. Okay, there's tension in the house. People are not talking. People are not agreeing. People are not seeing eye to eye. Stage number one is the tension stage. That's how abuse starts. Okay, are you seeing flowing in it?
Yeah. So you find you come home, your food was not prepared. Now boss who ask my food.
Yeah.
The cooker or the cook
is asleep.
Has gone to bed. You come home and the food was served left on a hot pot and it is not even hot.
Yeah.
You serve yourself. That stage is one of the most dangerous stages.
Yeah, and it can prolong. It can go big now. Then it goes. The tension stage is now whereby now there's that coldness, cold treating, emotional abuse, mental abuse is all in the what? In the tension stage. It doesn't go immediately to the actual thing itself. Which now the actual thing now is the stage number 2, which is the incident stage. The incident stage could be now the physical abuse, right? The sexual abuse, the cheating, right? It can be now the incident stage. It started off kama something that is not a big deal. Menikasirikia tu, you are not serving me, you just don't want sex, the child is sleeping in between us, I'm not serving you and I don't care. All right? Then it now progresses and goes now to the actual thing, the incident. Okay, the incident now is what Kabisa has brought us to this program today. This thing of abuse is not a one-day thing. That is why, as you began by saying, it can even start during dating. And you overlook it or you don't see it.
You'll see. And another thing is this. This is the truth. Anyone that can't get to that level of beating you, he has gone further by himself. He has lost your self-worth.
Yeah.
It's no longer important.
Yes.
And those kind of people, by the time he's coming to do that, he's already cheated on you.
Yeah.
Or probably he's cheating on you.
Yeah.
So,
or he's planning to.
Matter of fact, he's doing it. Any man that is beating his wife is cheating. Yes.
Cheating what do I know apana?
True. I can. Any man that gets to a point he beats his wife, check very well. There's somebody in the scene. There is. Yes, because they don't have feelings for you. You are now useless.
So there's someone in the vicinity.
There's somebody in the vicinity. Either they're already having something, or somebody's very close to him.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah. And in the abuse, all right, there's, as we are saying, it is a gradual thing. All right. There's the tension thing. There's now the incident thing. It becomes now a cycle. This is what I want you people to look at, and I want you to look at it from your marriage perspective.
Yes.
If you're in a marriage that you think, because people nowadays, and many people have been asking, how do I know I'm in an because now watu wameingiwa na baridi. Okay? How do I know I'm in an abusive relationship? One, is there that tension? Yeah. Perhaps has an incident already happened? Like, is it physical? Like, is there financial abuse?
Is it cheating?
Is it cheating? Is there sexual umenyimwa and he doesn't care? Okay, he's not even at all wondering how does my wife survive that area sexually. He does not care.
Yeah, he's not providing.
Yeah, and we had that complaint around December. A certain woman came complaining and saying their husband does not even touch her for 4 months.
4 months, yes.
Clean months. 4 months. You know how she does that area, and him is busy outside here with other ladies, and with other women. That is abuse
too. And you see, we don't want to lean on one side.
Yeah.
When you come to your home, you talk to her and she does not answer you, or if she answers you rudely, that's an abuse.
Yeah.
When she's not cooking for you, or if she cooks, it's not a good food.
Yeah.
Or she does not serve you.
Ay, kuna vile saingine itaeponyoka. Good food.
No, she's not talking to you.
Yeah.
Most of the time, let me do something. Women that abuse their husband, at some point they stop cooking and serving.
Yeah.
Now, after that, what will happen is this.
Yeah.
They will stop making love to you.
Yeah.
Because they know men, sex is like basic need.
Yeah.
You see, so they will make sure you don't. Those are abuse. She's torturing you emotionally. You see,
sexually. Also.
Yes, sexually. So anajua jamaa atakuwa na need na hizi wiki mzima.
Yeah.
And he's a Christian, he can't go out. What did he do? Atakunyima. Then unabaki so you get confused, and there are men who cannot control that side. They're mentally stable.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it is research says when a man does not have an intimacy with the wife, you know, their brains don't coordinate well.
Yeah. Right.
So you see, so there is also that part whereby as men, people say, okay, my husband, there are also men right now who are going through abuses.
Yeah. They are men. They are there. And that one we are not overlooking.
Yeah, there are men who are all the time you men are talking and you're talking. See, there's a verbal. She will not mention your mom, but she will mention the need where she knows itakuma. That's an abuse.
Yeah, and also I got a message from one of the people who are talking to me about this thing has been there. All right, it is really in the air.
It is there, yes.
Women are really scared, and they are coming out. You know, it has awoken up so many emotional pains and wounds that had not healed or were healing. All right, someone once told me now among the stages, the man would realize that he had wronged the wife, and so do something. Maybe go buy a seat, because that is what the wife was in need of. Ile kumfunga macho. Okay? Maybe, you know, take them out for dinner with the kids.
Holiday.
Yeah, or holiday. And that man is treating you like a child, thinking that is sorry. That will calm you down. Okay? That now takes me to the third cycle, which is the cycle of reconciliation. He's not actually saying sorry or owning up to his mistakes or saying, I think I have an anger problem, let's go see a counselor. He's covering it up with gifts.
Most men do that.
Yes. Okay? So it becomes it is a cycle. Okay? We've now moved from the incident thing. We are now at the point of reconciliation. Spoils you with some gifts, becomes nice for 1 week, 1 month, Then there is now the cycle, the last cycle, which is the calm stage, whereby now you think umedanganywa. You think, I think my husband was, just angry. That's why he hit me. Okay? I think now he's just a good man that always becomes, kuna kitu tu muingia. Unaona? Okay? So now it's a cycle. Then now it goes back to the first
incident.
It goes back now to the what? To the tension stage. After the calm stage, it goes now to, it's a cycle. The way it is repeating itself. By the time that man stabs you, imekuwa ikizunguka hivyo. It has been a roller coaster. It goes to tension, it goes to the incident, it becomes the reconciliation, and anajirudia, and I think I was but he never owns up, or she never owns up to, I was wrong. You're seeing it, Never owns up to, this marriage needs help. We need to go and get help. Then it comes the season of calm, whereby the house now is happy, the children are happy, everything is okay. Then the tension again. You see, now it's a cycle. By the time it gets to that point whereby anachukua kisu anachop off your manhood, it was maybe even during the the reconciliation side or the calm side during that time, because it's something that has been happening and confusing your emotions. You think you're just with a good man who sometimes overreacts baka anakung'oa meno.
The thing is this, you don't even have to wait for the cycle.
Yeah.
The moment you see it once, you see it twice, you see it 3 times, those are danger signs. And even if you talk about them, let me say something.
You see, it is not about waiting for the cycle. And if we have to touch on this thing, we will touch on it. I was avoiding to touch that issue directly. They are born again women, sir. Let's not lie. You teach us in church about faith. You teach us that divorce is wrong.
Yes.
Okay? All those things you tell us. And women get to a point whereby, I love my husband. I really do. He's the father of my children. Number 2, he's a good father to my children. They're in the best school. They are well taken care of. We have a good shelter and all that. But to me, he's an animal. Okay? Let me just say, I believe God will change him one day. That is the rain that fell on our sister.
And that is the mistake many women do.
And see, she has been married for a very long time. We are talking of over 15 years before she died.
The thing is
so what she was doing, she was living in the cycle. She was flowing in the cycle, believing God that that life, the man will change, that someday, one day, he will wake up and become a better man.
That's what I'm saying. As you're trusting God that you will change when you're outside. Don't wait for him to change when you're inside there. Listen to me. Change when you are not in that room. Because if we say it's faith also can work from outside. We're not saying now finish it and go and marry. No. But you see now, if you're still with this animal called a human being, your husband or your wife, and you're saying, oh, tomorrow, and there's something you say that's very strong. Most men, most couples, when they realize, okay, I've done this, what they will do, they will buy a gift.
Yes.
They'll become nice.
Yes.
That is not the reason for reconciliation. Never do that. You are crying about him cheating and he hit you. Let's handle the matter.
And that is exactly it. When you realize, because now we are saying this we are giving these cycles for you to know where you stand. If this thing has been repeating itself, know where you stand. When it gets to the cycle, the reconciliation part, don't agree to be bought like a child.
True.
Do not agree to be bought like a child. You are not a child. You have not forgotten that he hit you like he was fighting his own fellow man. Do not forget that she abused you and called you when mwanaume wa aina gani. Do not overlook those things. This is what happened. You're not going to buy me with any gift. You're not going to buy me with any holiday. You're not going to buy me with becoming nice and coming to cook dinner for me. You're not going to buy me with those things. Okay, you have opened your eyes, you have calmed down. The incident happened. You hit me. You cheated on me. You have been overlooking us financially. Right now, you have calmed down. Let's talk. Okay, you're not listening to me. Let's look for a third party. That is the part that if he does not adhere, if she does not adhere to that part, because many abusers will never agree that they are wrong.
This is the thing, I agree.
They will never.
This is another thing is this. Listen to me, ladies. This is another thing that is, even men, this is the common thing. Something repeating more than 3 times is a character. Let's not assume that now, fine, it can be a devil also. It can be the devil to wreck your home. But there's a place you get that you use common sense. This thing is, do you know, they can even go for counseling. They can even go see a pastor. I know a lady here in church. The husband keeps on cheating and keeps on coming to me for prayer. You cannot miss that man on Tuesday. Yet, Monday, last week, Friday, they were fighting over, he got another text of another woman on phone. There is, and what we're talking about here is the thing that is becoming a routine. Not at one time, after 3 months, a routine. Whereby, wiki is Peter. Wiki mnakosana, kesho meendelea, or a problem goes for 3 months consecutive. When you get there, there are times, this is what I would say, there are times even sorry is not sorry enough. There are times even my eyes have opened, they have not opened wide enough. My take is that,
Okay.
My take is, we are talking about, oh, I'm sorry here, oh, wait. As Mama said, let's discuss this thing in details. How you want it, with ultimatums. You hit me again, I'm out. You do this to me, I'm done. So that even him will know, or she will know. You get it?
Yeah.
Because there are men, I know of men that will hit their wives and they will prostrate. 2 weeks they're back there. 3 days they're back there. So who's that? I have stopped cheating. I've stopped. And there are someone who feel that is not being a man. Or that's not being in control. Are you getting me? So it is no woman, no man supposed to endure violence. It shouldn't.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be there.
Yeah. And you've said something that I want to get wisdom on it, or direction. You have said that there could be the devil involved in it. Okay? We know the devil does not want marriages to stand.
Yes.
Especially marriages that have a certain, let's say Christian marriages. Because he's always against the Christendom. Okay? To what extent do you draw the line is the devil, and this one is character, as you have said?
Periodic.
Periodic.
For example, you can say for 6 months, 1 year, you have not had this kind of challenge. 2 years, things are flowing. The one day sparks. But the one I'm talking about, this is a character, is it does not take 3 days. Mwingine is a habit. Every day is angry. Every day is shouting. Every day is beating you. Every day is insulting you. That's a character. That's not a devil. That's a character. Somebody is always looking down on you every time. They don't feel you. You're good for 3 months. You're good for 6 months. You're good for a year. And then one day it snaps. Even if it snaps, it should not get to the place of violence. No. There's what we call self-control. The devil does not have power over us completely. He can tempt us.
And exactly that is what I believe. I highly believe. If a man or a woman has decided to cheat, wacha kublame shetani. Because many Christians, that is where now they are. It is, no, my wife is the work of the devil. This devil that is always eyeing you. What is so special about you and not other men who are pure? It's the work of the devil.
That you want to fight your wife, go to the barrack, go to the police station. Tell the police, I feel like I'm very angry. I want OCPD to come out. We fight. Oh, I know people kuta. Pick them away. You see, and I want us to be very open with this. Open with this. When you're marrying someone, one of the things that we taught, and I think we should go back to it one day. I felt we taught it when COVID was on everybody's head. Temperaments.
Yeah.
There are people you should know their temperaments. Kuna watu unjawana asira. It will also help you to know how far is too far.
Yeah.
But also, let's talk about that. No, I know of men. I know of women who enter their house They will meet the husband. She will greet the children. She will not greet the husband. She will go straight, and instead of coming to serve the husband, she's on phone. Take a shower, enters the bed. After 2 hours, she will wake up, go take a cup of tea, then go back to bed and sleep. Anytime a relationship is at the point whereby you cannot discuss, you cannot sit down and talk amicably. You talk constructively. My husband, this is not right. That can be yes, this is not right, this is like this. You cannot have a constructive talk.
2, cannot own up to a mistake.
Cannot own up to a mistake. Can be this is what is happening.
Yeah.
And there are other things that can contribute to that also. He's not talking to you. But if it's somebody who has no reason why not talk to you, he should own up. When somebody is wrong, they should own up.
Yeah, and you see, there are also other people. There are other types of people, whom always have to connect. I did this because you provoked me.
There is that part.
But see, if there is anyone who has such kind of you provoked me to go cheat, why is it that the other person, because of your cheating, they've not been provoked to go and cheat? Let me give
an example. For example, let's talk about a woman who has been beaten. For example, at what point, I believe this, somebody who is sane cannot just slap you. An argument is coming up and it's flaring. You're insulting the man. You're doing this. The temperature is becoming hotter. What is wisdom? It will get to a point, it will hit you. So there's a point you can get, you provoke him until he hits you. There's a point you can provoke her and she will throw her phone at you. So what happens is this, as you are disagree. That's why I'm not saying argument is wrong. Matter of fact, argument is very good.
It's healthy.
Very healthy. But we must know to keep happen. I keep quiet. When we get here, me as the woman, I'm keeping
both
quiet.
Parties.
No.
Both parties.
No, let me say this. There's a point. You see, for example, let me say like this.
Unajua, as a man even, if you go quiet on that woman, she'll go quiet because anaongea peke yake. She's talking alone.
I know of a woman, even when the husband was quiet, she'll still talking.
Are you mad?
She'll be walking around like in Tusi. And whatever she's saying,
no, that one is
no, there's that point.
Demonic affliction.
There's that point. There's that point. But this is the thing. This is the thing. For a man, this is my advice. You know you can hit her. Tell her where this thing is going. And I'm angry. Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it. Stop. Woman, when you're told stop. Stop. You'll be beaten. Because the more you're arguing and women can heckle, they can yell. Men at that point they get that their anger silences their mouth and strengthens their hand.
Yeah, that's the opposite. These ones continue talking more. And this one's now quiet. Anaanza kuchemkana ndani, you know. The boiling anger now is brewing from inside.
So it will silence their mouth.
Yeah.
Strengthen their hand. So for me, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Argument can be there.
And it is okay.
It is
because
fine.
Everyone of you as a couple, there's that different way you see things. Okay? So you don't expect to agree on everything.
Correct.
It's okay to disagree and it's okay to argue. But that argument that leads to physical
is not the good
abuse one. It had a channel.
That is why a man that knows his control level.
Yeah.
Should now say, okay, listen, this thing where it's going.
Yeah.
Now what you're saying now is now annoying me. Can we leave this thing? Let it go.
Yeah. And before we go to our break, because I know we are almost going to our break, there are those reasons that people say. People say this is why I'm staying. Can we handle one before we go for the break? What is one of the reasons? Let me handle one as a woman. Okay, one of the reasons women stay is he's the father of my children. Sasa, where am I going? My children need him. Let me sacrifice myself for the children. What would you say to such a woman?
You are not wise. There's nothing like sacrificing the children. Let me say the truth. If he loves his children, he will not do that to you.
Yes, because you're the mother
of the children. So you will not kill. Do you know the truth is this? And every woman should know this. The time your husband kills you, there's another woman already he had promised to marry.
Hey, let me tell you the truth. This is it, women. By the time you're being, you know that you're up of a graveyard, there's someone massaging his back telling him pole. Anakuja tu kwenda kumcomfort vizuri kwa room Nyandarua County after ametoka Bario. That is it.
That is it. There is a couple I know.
If you're not going to live for yourself, live for your children.
Yes, be alive.
Be alive for your children. There's no sacrificing, oh, he's the father of my children. He's the father of my children. Those children are better off with you, single mom, than seeing you being abused in that house every day.
Matter of fact, when you're being abused and they know, there's no happiness they're having.
And they're also getting, like you gave us that scenario of how your home was.
Yes.
Was it easy on you as the children?
Matter of fact, we were blaming our mom for abstaining. We were telling us, okay, leave this marriage, leave this man. He might be paying school fees. He might be providing food, but leave him.
That is one of the reasons that women stay.
Women, that is not reason enough for you to be beaten because of the children.
For you to be abused in any way, Are we going for the break?
Yes. Now, listen to this before we go for a short break. We want you to call someone, text someone, tell somebody you need to join in on this program. And then what we're going to do is we want to start getting your comment and your feedback because there's a lot to be covered. And then we'll be right back after the break.
For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name,
your glory fills the earth. Everlasting Father,
I am there in their midst.
1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let us. I'm looking for myself. What I'm looking for myself.
Join us every Wednesday for our communion service.
Father, we thank you for this communion. I speak blessing upon it.
Starting from 6 p.m. and on Friday for the prophetic.
Potiphar's wife wanted him. And Joseph said, I am in your house. There's nobody greater than me apart from you. And you're the one who wants me. So, but how can I do this wickedness? Moral character. Proverbs 28 verse 1. The righteous are as bold as a lion. Character gives you boldness.
And warfare service.
So every power that has been attacking breakthroughs in my life, attacking opportunities in my life, as I clap my hands, stop. Open your mouth and fire your prayer. Every power.
Starting from 6 p.m. exclusive on Sowa TV and all our social media platforms.
Women are the epitome and the heart of every society and every nation. You empower a woman economically, financially, mentally, and you change the entire world. I want to invite you, woman that is watching me, for Royalty Divine Women's Show on Sowa TV every Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. A show that is entirely meant to empower, enrich, mold the woman to become the best version that God intended for her. Royalty Divine, where we build a lasting distinction.
Welcome back. It's a wonderful topic we are dealing with. And this issue of you being in marriage that is not working, things are not going right. Is it right to stay or to leave? Now listen to me. Every Tuesday, my wife and I, we sit on this couch to discuss this thing called
marriage.
Because we believe that marriage is good.
Marriage works.
If only
you work it.
Only when you work it. So there's a place about if it is not working.
Yeah.
What do you do? And today we're discussing about when to do what?
Don't die in marriage.
Don't die for marriage. And don't die in marriage.
We
are happy that you're part of this program, and we're going to dive deep today. And probably before we go to others, please kindly tell somebody to join us. Let's make sure you're getting your feedback. Kindly, in a few also, we'll be giving you opportunity to call in or text in. The numbers are 0727 438 728 or
0705 899 608. Kindly feel free to text in there and all that. And also by the end of this program, personally, I'll be opening my hands wide open to every woman that is going through any form of abuse, the ones we've mentioned, and you need someone to walk with you in this journey, or advise you, or stand with you, or pray with you, or just, be the shoulder, that you need to lean on. Before we leave this topic, before we leave this studio, I'll be opening my hands to such kind of women, because let's not lie, many of the people who are hurting, many of the people who are dying, many of the people who are getting wrecked up are women.
And also, we don't want to ignore that they are men. Wale wamekaliwa, wamelemewa.
Fungua mkono wakuje.
So talk to me, I'll tell you how to deal with it. And then it will help you. Very fast, I want us to go to some few comments. And then also you can send your comments on our social media platforms.
That's right.
That is Rev B
and Sound of Abundance Facebook page. Ladies of Royal Distinction Facebook page. Also SOA TV KE, our official SOA TV Facebook page. Kindly send in your comments right there and we'll be able to see them. And right now we want to take our comments on Rev B and Sound of Abundance Facebook page quickly, because we have points that we need to handle. Today, I don't even think we are going to have a question. We're just going to talk really in depth on this topic that you don't need to die in marriage. Don't die for marriage. Okay, so can I go or you go?
You start to go. I'll pick some.
Okay, so I see Eve Myers is right on, and I saw her comment. She's saying, even in our village, a teacher died today just because the lady came in late. Very sad. That's another woman lost to domestic violence. It is indeed sad, and I hope that woman gets the justice she needs. Alfayo is on board. Queen is she's saying watching from Mombasa. Mercy Kemboi, Bena Chelotti, Jeremy, and I see Jane Marion. I see Doreen Gasheri, I see Sally Royal, I see Stacy Des, I see Betnas Membok, I see Sally Royal, and she's saying verbal abuse is very bad. That one now completely kills your esteem. As I saying, kindly that one is addressed to you if you may read.
Rev, I feel to ask this. Sometimes a man will come home feeling down and doesn't want to talk to his wife, and what a wife will do is pick a phone and start talking with men and laughing, even if there is nothing. I think it's not the right moment for a woman to do that. Kindly talk about it.
Yeah, we are going to handle it.
Now I would like to ask a question.
What is
that thing that makes you come down to talk?
Yeah. Okay.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah. And also Daniela is on board, Mary Koros on board, James on board, Alex on board. I see Eve is saying, I have been there, so really, I really understand. I think that's what she meant to say. Lizzie W. Pirik is saying she's looking all right. She's on board. Daniela Amor, Leah Adi Hael is saying something.
Papa and Mama, I honor the grace. I have an issue where my husband has impregnated another woman, and I'm very uncomfortable. I need help because I don't want that to deliver the child, because I would just leave this house.
Leah, I think that one needs to be handled is counseling that she needs. Okay.
Yes.
What do you mean by that you don't want the child to be delivered? Are you opting for abortion?
Yes.
Kindly make it clear. Victor Kilasi, Jane Marion, and all these ones, I see them up here. I'm looking for comments.
Then I say, me, I can't die for someone.
Yeah,
I'm not Jesus.
That is the spirit. Yeah. It's very true what Dad is saying. Most men become violent when they are cheating. Oh, Okay, so it's like their attention is somewhere. That
Yes.
one had not dawned on me.
Most men, not all, but most men who are physically abusive, they are cheating. There's a woman who is telling them, oh, you're going to your wife, you're leaving me alone, and they're feeling like that thing. Let me go and hit it up.
Yeah. All right. If he's saying it depends with who you're dealing with. Some men are just a nuisance. Ato ufanye nini, maybe he's been delivered from all the altars in his father's home. Okay, let's all right, Bana Chelotti is still very backward talking about Tazamia and Tazama.
Yeah, Chelotti.
It's because I think he's not married, so yako tu kwingine. All right, Faith Maka is saying, Mom, you have said it. That is what has kept many in marriages.
It shouldn't.
I think she's talking about the children.
The children.
Yeah, Sally is also saying you can endure in pain and end up doing early in a very abusive dying. Probably she meant dying early in a very abusive marriage. Okay, we go on. Judy Mwende is saying, true Papa, that's not character. Let's not involve the devil where he is not. Ukweli, sometimes the devil is not involved. It is tabia. Ayuko hata hapo karibu. Yeah, let's move on. I'm looking for comments. Dude, I think singles are just fighting here. There's Juliet Okinyi. She's just fighting with someone there. We thank God. I thank God they're learning. Yeah, they're learning. So, matter of fact, hata shingo kuwa imeanza kukatika. Atakuwa nini? Atakuwa anajivinjari na chopping life with another woman. It's true, Judy Mwende. So never die for any man. What about them that start with anger before the discussion? Aki discussions, people need glasses. Yeah, it's true, Faith. I think yani anajikasirisha hata kabla discussion ianze. Ashajivimbisha. Oh, that one is a guilty person running. You better be single, mom, but happy with your children. That is true. That is Doreen saying so. There's no need of having a trophy husband just for the name and he's not executing his duties. Praise God. Daniela is saying, mbona nikufe kwa ndoa, I'm already a living sacrifice, so no need to sacrifice for anybody, na kanyanga kubwa. That's the spirit. Mulandi David is saying, tuned in and learning. I thank God. Gitonga James is saying, anybody that stays and dies in an abusive marriage is partially guilty of suicide. True. Learn to walk away before it's too late. You see, you have just decided to kill yourself and you're seeing that this man wants to kill you. That is suicide. You could have committed suicide earlier. Yeah, ungeendaga tu polepole tukujuange tu. You took a nene and you went, but that is not any joke to make over. Rhoda Mwende is watching on Sowa TV and she's saying, nimeka kitako with a bowl of peanuts because today the show gonna be hot. All right, I see Steve Owino saying, only Jesus died for us. Women do not die for marriage.
Thank you.
Yes, so we continue on with our topic today. The topic we said is don't die in marriage. And we said again, don't die for
marriage.
And we started by stating very quickly on forms of abuses. We went ahead and stated the stages of abuse in marriage. And so before we went for the break, we were talking about reasons why people stay. Okay? Do you have one reason why men stay in abusive marriages?
Oh, because my father's marriage failed, so I don't want mine to fail. That is not a reason. Your father failed because he failed. You don't have to fail like yes, but you don't have also to die because you want to prove a point. You're not your father.
Yeah.
You know, you don't live your life for your father.
That's
They're never
right.
saying, oh, I don't want my children to be raised by another man. Oh, I don't want to be I don't want to raise children who are not raised. I was not raised by a father, so I'll be here because I don't want my children to stay without a father in their lives.
Yeah, but don't you think that's a good reason to make your own work?
But you see now, these are men who are being abused.
Also, women stay for that reason.
I don't think
my mother's marriage never worked, so my own has to work.
You see, fine, you want it to work, but to work with who?
You can't work it alone.
Alone, yes.
Yeah.
To work it with who?
This thing is two-way.
You can't work with somebody who want to kill you.
Yeah.
You want to live with someone who wants you dead.
Yeah, and so that's the reason as to why you're holding on. It's not a reason. When we say marriage is good, marriage works if only you work it. This thing is two-way.
It's two-way.
If you're all alone and you're working, dying to keep your marriage because your mother's never worked, so you want your own to work and you're all alone, you just know
it will not work.
Even if you, God forbid, you will end up dying in that marriage, you will die alone.
Yes.
So whether it worked for your mother,
you don't die in front of you.
Yeah, you cannot die that. Matter of fact, maybe your mother is in the village and God has helped her manage her life down there. But you in Nairobi is trying to work your own and you're dying in it. It is not a reason for you to stay.
It's not.
Another reason why people insist that you staying in abusive marriages is societal stigma. Like now for our sister, the one that has brought this whole issue. She wanted, she was a public figure that felt, I don't want my marriage breaking will be a bad example to other young girls. Where are those young girls that she has died for?
Where are they?
Where are they right
Probably
now?
after 1 week they'll forget you.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah. Societal stigma is that which tells you you're a pastor's wife. You are an example to all the girls in church. Die slowly in your marriage. Here, lift your hands and worship God.
Forget
that time
about
you are hit. Yesterday, umefunga kitamba, you're trying to hide one black eye.
You have put makeup to cover up.
To cover up for what you're going through under the blankets.
Do you know they are pastor's wife right now? Most of them are sick.
Yeah.
I was praying for another one today. That woman has gone through hell.
Yeah.
And she's there. The husband is cheating left, right, and center. The husband is not providing. The husband is drinking. He's a pastor here in Nairobi. And what does the woman do? Oh, on Sunday they're holding hands. They're doing declaration.
Yeah.
And the man has just come in the morning.
I think if I heard her well today, she said that the reason as to why she wanted to leave twice. And why she did not leave is because the husband told her not to leave because of the image of the church. Yani is not, don't leave because I want you. Don't leave because I love you. Don't leave because I want to make our marriage work. Is don't leave because of the image of the church. What kind of a reason is that? She wanted to leave twice. The same story the man of God is handling. And that woman had to stay because at some point she was probably very holding some place in church, and so the man felt if my wife walks out it will affect the church. Ni kutumiwa hiyo. Kama si kutumiwa ni gani?
Kutumiwa.
So some societal stigmas make men hold on to marriages like those ones of we have a clique of 10 couples. So how will it look if my own break? I don't want to be there or the one out. I don't want to be the outcast. Let me die in my own trying to work.
I have my sons in the Lord.
Yeah.
They're looking up to me in my marriage.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, some say, Mama, Daddy, your marriage is the perfect example.
Yeah.
Where? And that time, where Jano Siku ulishikwa nyondo.
We thank God. So societal stigma is another third reason why people stay.
Oh God help us.
Stay in marriages. Those societal reasons will not go with you to the grave. When you go 6 feet under, God forbid, because something happened, you will go alone.
Alone?
Yeah. So if you have to leave, life is purely per head. If you have to walk out and it stains the name of that church, walk out for your life.
Walk out. Then number 2, that church is the bride of Christ.
Yes.
Walk out.
Walk out. If you have to walk out and you become an outcast in that clique of young men and all that, walk out.
Walk out.
If you have to walk out and you become like mother, like daughter, you have followed your mother. Fine. You are the only one who knows. The life of your mother is not the same as your own life. Whatever you're going through is a replica of what she went through. But that doesn't mean you die there. We are talking about today. Today we are encouraging those who need to live to live. Today we are not on the good side per se. This man of God is encouraging our wives to walk out on us.
Yes.
If you're a bad husband, today we are saying yes.
Yes.
Let her leave you.
If you're a bad woman,
utawachwa. Utawachwa na watoto wako hapo utawachwa. Na hii jua yote na economy na mafuta. Shauri yako. Continue being a bad wife. Reason number 4 Fear of starting all over again.
Hey.
That one is another one. Unakevi chini unauliza 15 good years investment, 16 good years investment, 20 years.
I've invested my life.
40. I've invested my life. I've made this man from grass to grace. I've been here when he was eating grass. Right now he's chopping with 52 fingers. I cannot live now.
Another man cannot eat.
Yeah.
What I've labored for.
Kidogo, when you open your eyes, you're inside a fridge and you don't know how you can enter the fridge.
You wonder why is it cold
Why is
here?
it cold here? When you open your eyes, you nyinyi wote mko naked. Never ever.
Go and don't even start. Go and continue your life.
Yes.
Forget this issue of, I know a man of God who left his wife. He said, I am tired. Go. And his life continued. Is it right? It's not the best way.
It is not the way.
But now will you die?
No.
You know, will you die?
Yeah.
No. Leave.
Yeah.
And some people made a mistake.
Yeah.
Some married when they were too young. They never made the right decision. But now you've married an animal, a beast.
Yeah.
Get out. You see, any fear you have should be overtaken by the fear of if I die.
Yeah.
I could have begun afresh.
Yeah.
Than die and have no new beginning.
Yeah. I think for me, apart from the fear of that, for me, I would absolutely, as a mother, I would absolutely, as a woman now, talking as a woman and a mother, one of the things that would, God forbid, make me walk out is the thought of, if I stay in this thing and I die, what happens to my children?
Yes.
They'll be brought for a stepmother.
Who will not want them?
Who will not want them? Who will mishandle them? Who will chop them now? You know, I remember a story I had when I was a child. That I feared stepmothers from that. And I was little. I didn't know much. That stepmother would put a knife kwa candle, moto ya candle. Unaona? Inakuwa moto. Then anawachoma. Na kisu.
That was even in the news.
I remember I was very little when that story was going on. I feared stepmothers. I got a bad image of stepmothers. You can imagine anaeka kisu kwa candle hivi. Then anachoma hao watoto when the man is not there. Na anawavalisha trousers. So before the father came to realize what the children were going through, they were full of marks in their body. Now with that thought, I will not die. Please let me go and eat sukari and chumvi with my children, but we are alive. I'm taking care of them.
That is why
reason.
That's why for me, I still advise, if you have parted ways, co-parent. Allow that man any woman that does not allow the man in the life of the children and the man is good, you're wicked. Because know what I like.
Which good man has been left? Uliacha kwa nini kama wewe ni mzuri?
Una kitu.
Hapana.
Tunaongea leo. Let me tell you the truth, There are women who abuse their husband because wana kitu na anamwacha. Do you know what? Even those children need their biology. What a lion does, when a lion comes to another territory, it kills all the cubs of the other lion. And it begins its own generation. There are men also who come into the life of your children and they will become the one washing the car. They'll be the ones who are brushing his shoe. You will mishandle them. You don't even there are women right now who the man you have, is not providing for the child you got the other man. And they're without marriage. So it's not wisdom at all.
For me, I think if the father or the mother of the biological parents want to come in the life of, if it's a single relationship, single parenting or whatever, the way you said co-parenting, if the other party is interested, kwa nini umkataze? Usimkataze.
Umtaki, you have to punish him.
No, but now we are talking of such a, if there is this thing of you're thinking, you're staying and you're wondering, I've really invested my time, I've really invested my life, I have seen this man come from where he is to where he is right now, and that is the reason that is making you stay in that marriage. It is not a reason enough for you to stay. And the last reason why people stay is wrong advice. Msichana wangu, and this one is a guilt straight on all mothers. Msichana wangu, like no, the one that walked away when the program began. I told you of someone who called via SOA TV lines, and I was giving her counsel. She ran back home, and the mother now is chasing her. Go back to your husband. Where are you chasing her to?
To her grave.
If she dies, you're going to be happy as a mother. So this mistake most of the time comes from mothers. vumilia. Hata mimi nilivumilia.
And it's most of the time, even this thing starts when they're taking your dowry.
Yeah.
Ujue mtoto wetu tanda yako haiko hapa tena.
Ni kwa wedding ndio there are tribes that give beds.
No, even dowry. There are some tribes, once you pay dowry you are gone. Na usirudi hapa huko na ndoa ni kuvumiliana, ndoa ni kushikana, ndoa ni kukaa huko hata kama mambo ni mbaya kiasi gani.
Hakuna ndoa mzuri, that's what they say.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Live, don't die. Your mother is living her life, and probably when she's telling you like that, she has left your father.
Yeah, it's true. So wrong advice is another reason why people stay. Pastors telling you is wrong to divorce. See your name. You're a minister.
We'll pray.
We are going to
divine
pray.
Intervention.
And then that time, the man that is in charge of beating your nose, anakuja na tithe mzito nono, ana confuse pastor. Okay? Anakuja na, ana buy off the heart of the pastor. At that time, maybe anatumua kwa M-Pesa. All those kinds of things happen. And the heart of the man of God is bought. So wewe man of God anakuencourage usitoke because kuna there is a way anapepeto huku chini. Kuna kabasha akiongea vibaya kataenda. No. So at the end of the day, whatever advice you're given, this is what I tell even us that are advising you on this thing called marriage. Listen, but make your own decision.
Yes.
If you want to stay, then you at the end of the day, God forbid, things go west. Stay. Don't say you never had. Today you're hearing us from this thing called marriage. You have all the books, all the examples, all the reasons we are giving you. The decision is in your hands.
And let me say this. As we go to the next point. For me, I will tell this to any woman. Don't stay because you have no money.
Yeah.
Don't stay because it's providing for your children.
Yeah.
Don't allow him wake you up, insult you. Leave that house. Has not left any food. Is insulting you. Is cheating on you. Is beating you for only 2 children, or even 3. You don't need that. Matter of fact, after you depend, you don't love yourself.
Self-love inakuanga imekufa.
Yes, depend. And see, the more somebody is beating you up, is reducing you.
Yes.
No, it's just showing you how useless you are.
Yeah. So one of the things that many women, survivors of toxic marriages, especially the physical abuse and all that, they suffer from emotional, the self-esteem. Low self-esteem.
True.
Okay? Because this person has abused you, called you all forms of names, compared you with other women, even showed you photos. Sasa wewe unaona ukikaa kama huyu. Unaona? Wewe uangalie vile. Sasa wewe hata ukisema nikae hapa nikuwe faithful na wewe, do you think you can match up? They reduce you and make you dust before their eyes. They call you big names that make you feel very little. So by the time you have been abused for 10 years, you're coming out of that marriage nothing.
You're a shell.
You are nothing completely. Wewe mwenyewe umepotea, umejipoteza. Unaona? So the truth is, self-esteem completely dies. You don't value yourself. You don't love yourself. So your endurance of the bad things the man is doing is because unakanga hivyo unasema, and by the way I'm worthy kuhanywa. Sasa I'm not even pretty. Unaona? There are women who've gotten to that extent. Yes. They look at themselves and they say, I think I'm the one who is making him go cheat. I'm not beautiful. See myself now with all this kipara, with all these pimples on my face. And those are the things he's telling you that now you're believed, that you're living, you're agreeing, you're consenting to the way his behavior against you, and you're thinking he has the right.
And see what? The more you hear bad words, words are seed.
Yes.
So they are planted into your heart.
Yeah.
And then that becomes a reality.
Yeah.
It becomes a reality that takes place.
Yeah, and if it's kind a man unaulizwa, wewe sasa wanaume wakiongea pia wewe ni mmoja wao. So when you're in front of men, you chicken out. You say, my wife told me I'm not a man. So you're ever cold. You're ever scared.
Pastor is asking, all men stand. You take like 4 minutes. Standing.
You are women unajishuku. It is as a result of hearing something for long, akili ndogo. Wewe mwanaume sasa wewe pia hii akili yako. Why can't you think like other men?
Na mama hii mambo kwa bwana yako kumcompare na vijana wengine wadogo kwa social media. Mwache. Huyu ni vile nani anashikilia ndoa yake.
big question as we get to a closure of the show tonight. When should one
leave? Good question.
When should one leave? Because now that is where everything we have said, that is the cutting line.
True.
Man of God, you have spoken. Woman of God, you have said it all. You have told us the kinds of abuses, the stages of abuses, the cycle, how it goes, the reasons why people stay. When should I leave? Because I know now that I'm in an abusive relationship. When should they leave?
For me, this is a thing. When this thing becomes a pattern, it's a pattern.
Yeah.
It's something used there. For example, let me give an example.
Yeah.
You don't need to live with a man for in 3 months. Akongeleshi, akulishi, is not providing, is beating you every day. Is amenuna.
Yeah.
And then insults you. What are you waiting? There's no marriage there.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Any man that cannot talk to you and he has come to the house is angry. What have you done to anger him? He's not eating your food. He's insulting you.
Yeah.
He's chatting with other women.
Yeah.
That shows you, to him, you are not a nobody. Matter of fact, according to him, you're not a human being enough for him to talk to. That's when to start going.
Yeah.
Start packing your load.
Yeah. And for me, when should you leave as a woman? When this one, I will even lift my hand. When there is physical abuse. If someone is hitting you, don't wait for them to hit you until you can't wake up. That is when you're cold. You're gone. When should you leave? It has happened once. Maybe you forgave, he cried, he came, apologized and said it was anger. Oh, the finger pointing. The finger pointing, you provoked me. No. All those things. When should you leave for me as a woman? Because at the end of the day, these men at some point are stronger than us. If a man is physically violent, you don't need to stay and wait for him to break your neck. You don't need to stay until he gives you a physical damage that you are completely kama ule mwenye alikatwa limbs.
Imagine.
Alikatwa huku. Kila mahali akakatwa huku. Right now she's dependent on her relatives. And those things akukatwa limbs asubuhi. The abuse does not start in the morning. Akakatwa limbs in the afternoon. Anafanya hivi, anakuja anaambia Johnny, baby, sorry, I didn't mean it, I was angry, you know, I love you too much. Now when I see other men wanting, you know, those kind of things that now make women feel as if you're special. The reconciliation part of the cycle. Yeah. Unakuja unaambia, you know, baby, it's just because I love you too much, take this 10 million, go buy yourself a car. Unakimbia ting ting ting. The next time atajaribu kama mguu moja inaweza katika, and that's it. When there is physical violence, don't wait for it to go RIP. No. If there is, when should you leave? Number 2, when there is physical abuse. And this one, especially I've spoken to women, because this thing of abuse is mostly on us. Why? The physical part of it in terms of strength. Sisi ndio tunafinyangwa kwa kona.
For me, mama has given you a lot of grace period.
Yeah.
Baku pigwe. Amenda sana. For me, for example, I was talking to this.
Ani wacha nikwambie, utaanza kuona ndoa zinavunjika hapa.
Wacha zivunjike kama una amani. Let's be very honest. There's this lady. No, let's be honest.
Kuna point ya kuvumilia.
Look at this.
Kuna point ya kutengeneza.
Nakwambia wapi? Give an example. This lady who comes home. The husband comes home in the evening.
Yeah.
Does not talk to her. She puts food on the table. She talked to me. A daughter. She puts food on the table. The husband does not eat. To an extent, the husband anakuja na mutura na ugali nje. The man comes to church. Anakuja na mutura yake.
Kuna shida.
So the wife has put a very nice, well-cooked rice. The husband puts kando mutura na ugali na kapilipili. After that,
si akulewa mutura uko nje ni nini?
After that, the man will be on phone, chatting with women. Okay? After that, to an extent, the man is chatting with the ex.
Yeah.
So the wife took the phone, akaangalia, what is this? And the man said, okay, so what is the problem? I'll chat with anybody I want. I will go out with anybody I want. It's none of your business. The man will come to bed, will not touch the wife, will not leave money for food.
Yeah.
He will insult the woman. He has not started beating the woman. But the woman feels drained, feels confused, she's unhappy. Get out.
There is that point, yes.
You are not unhappy.
Yeah.
And it's not for 1 day or 2. The man is quiet for 1 month.
Yeah. There is absolutely that point whereby now that one is excess. Emotional,
and there's not beating the woman.
Torture, yeah. That one now has decided, I won't beat you physically, I'll beat you emotionally.
Yes.
That one has completely decided, I will not lay my hands on you. I will just torture you until your brains come out jumping. Yeah, you go mad, go berserk. Okay? So for me, when I said, when should you walk out, I meant exactly that. Ukianza kuchapa, usigoje. Because utangojo ngoje nini? What are you waiting for? How far is far for you?
How far is too far?
How far is too far for you? Okay? That is my number 2 point. Can we go to number 3?
Yes.
Number 3?
Oh, go to number 3.
Okay. My number 3 point is when there is intense manipulation, control, and seclusion from loved ones.
Hey!
When there is intense manipulation, you're the one who makes me come home late. You're the one who makes me behave the way I behave. The day you will change, I will change. Manipulation. Now you're the reason as why he's a bad man. You're the reason as why she's a bad woman. You're the one who makes me sit down with my phone and chat. What kind of a woman are you? What kind of a man are you? Manipulation. Okay? Seclusion from loved ones. Friends. Now you're his toy. He doesn't want you to talk to anyone. You know, that is a sign of what? Pick it up.
Witchcraft. For example, you find there are also women who will tell you, men at this point also, for me number 3, sir.
Yeah, that's still number 3.
What should happen to a man? This is where you need also to work out. When now your wife does not completely want your people, and I don't see your mother here.
That's still on, the point. Yeah.
I don't see your people here, and matter of fact, on next time she has even insulted your people. And I come there, if you want, go marry your mother. Sir, carry your load. Leave that woman. Let her live by herself. Because anyone that has no... This is what I will tell women. You will never separate a man from the woman that gave birth to him.
And also, you will never separate a woman. Because you see, when an abuser, one of the weapons they use, they seclude you. They totally seclude you.
So you can remain alone.
So that you can remain alone, you become now their song. Okay, you become their puppets. They totally make sure your people, when they even come to that house, they make them so uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
They are not friendly. They are not warm. They are careless. They even become abusive on your people. So your people are like, hey, uko kwako hatuwezi kuja.
Kana bwana yako.
Hey, kana bwana yako uko hatuwezi kuja. You see, that kind of an abuser now, once you're now, kama anafanya hivyo your family, how much more friends? So you realize that a person who was very social, all of a sudden is absolutely cold. And chilled out, and the only life she has is her husband, wife, and house assistant. And if she has grace, she goes to the office. If those are the signs, the person is manipulative and has totally secluded you from family, friends, and loved ones. When should you walk out? Walk out at that point.
Walk out.
All right.
Yes. So you don't need to take it.
Yeah.
Don't take it. You see,
tell us about control.
Control is very bad.
Yeah.
Control is a spirit. Matter of fact, it's beyond physical. It's a spirit. Anyone that wants to control your life, it means they want to take away life from you.
You cannot have a mobile phone.
You can't have a
smartphone.
A smartphone.
Yeah.
You can't be on Facebook.
Yeah.
How do you tell a whole human being? You know, you can't be on Facebook, or you cannot chat with so and so. If you live here, must know. Every move must know.
Yeah.
Nobody should greet you. Nobody should. Matter of fact, don't even go to church. Listen to me.
That's your pastor.
That's your pastor. That is curling his hair. He has intention.
Yeah. Is he really born again?
You should not take those things.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
control.
Don't get anyone that wants to control your life. Everybody must. We merge our lives.
Yeah.
But we have a separate path.
Yeah.
I might be vocal. She is not vocal.
Yes.
So I must respect that point. She must respect my point. I'm a people person. She's an indoor person.
Yeah.
She's alone.
Yeah.
She's a loner. So we must understand not to lock this person. And anyone that controls you is insecure.
That's a character of an insecure person.
And another time to walk out is when the person's insecurity is extreme.
Yeah.
Because an insecure person will want not to really control you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. They
Walk
become
out.
insecure.
Yes.
Yeah, they become insecure with your friends. Become insecure with, maybe if she goes, she'll talk to her mother. Her mother will open her eyes. She will walk out of the marriage. So let me seclude her.
Yes.
Okay. The insecurity, also excessive insecurity, is a sign of someone who is an abuser.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. I had something that was also awfully funny, but also not funny. Someone sees the wife posting a photo, all right, in a place that they know the wife shouldn't be there, and they come home secretly to come and check on the wife. Kama kwa nyumba. What is that?
Come again?
Someone sees, we have social media all over.
Yes.
So the wife in her up and about business, when she wasn't near the husband or something, she took a photo and posted it on social media, and the husband saw the photo and was like, where is she? So instead of telling the wife, I'm coming home, he secretly comes home to check uko wapi ndiye apate hauko. That's insecurity.
That is insecurity.
That is total insecurity.
And that person is a child.
Yeah. That is an abuse.
It's an abuse. And then this person wants to this person wants to keep you on the tip of their nails.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
You need to walk out.
Walk out. Number 4, when you realize you have lost yourself and you are not happy with yourself. And that is what you are saying now, that now you've gotten to a point whereby completely this man is not talking to you. You have lost all contacts. You have no life. Your life is centered on the things that he's doing, on the wrong things that he's doing, on the way you should have been and you are not. When you realize that completely you have lost yourself, you are not happy in that marriage. Okay?
You walk out.
Walk out.
Another thing is, if that person is not changing, is not changing.
Yeah.
You have talked about him beating you up. Is not changing.
Gone for counseling?
Is not changing. Or the man does not want to change.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to see your pastor.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to come to see your parents. Doesn't want to change. You have talked about and is not changing.
Yeah.
Walk out.
Let me ask, wisdom from you. What is this thing? How do you handle a man who this one completely is a man whom does not believe in counsel? He thinks he says that he has counsel from the Holy Ghost.
It depends what counsel. It depends.
Counsel is counsel. Let's look at it from the perspective of the wife feels that the marriage needs counsel. At some point, she feels that now this marriage needs a third party intervention.
That kind of a man is ignorant.
Yeah.
Is ignorant.
Ignorant of counsel.
Yeah. Number 2, that's a man that is dangerous. Very dangerous. Especially if he's abusive.
Yeah.
He's a dangerous man. He knows he's on the wrong.
Yeah.
And he wants to cover himself. And he's proud also.
Yeah.
And doesn't want somebody to bring down his ego.
Yeah.
That is wrong. Also, there are some people that feel this issue we can handle.
Yeah.
It's not beyond being handled.
For years.
It depends, yeah.
It has been a cycle going round for years. And there's that thing in him that he totally absolutely feels that he doesn't need counsel.
If he feels the counsel is from the Holy Ghost, then let the Holy Ghost give him counsel to go for counseling.
Okay.
And if truly he hears from the Holy Ghost, he should not behave like a devil. Because the character he has is not of the Holy Ghost.
He's not of the Holy Ghost.
So fine, he doesn't want counsel from people. Fine.
Yeah.
Don't force him.
Yeah.
But the truth is this: if it's from the Holy Ghost, is the Holy Ghost telling you to beat me?
Is the Holy Ghost telling you to cheat?
Is the Holy Ghost telling you to do this? So that man,
not to provide for your family.
Yes. So that's not. Tell the Holy Ghost that you're wrong, because the Holy Ghost cannot do what you're doing. So that man, at some point, is the issue of the Holy Ghost.
And right now, there are so many such kind of men who feel siambiwi na mtu, Well, let's go and see our pastor. I've spoken to my pastor about this thing. Don't be embarrassed. Let's go, my husband. Let's go. Siendi.
No, that's wrong.
I'm going to call my mother. Usimuite, siendi.
When he says that, walk out.
That's the thing.
Walk out.
Yeah, that's a person who can take counsel.
Yes.
And it is a form of abuse.
And the person that can lead themselves. Another one, before Baba goes to the next one. At what point do you leave?
Yeah.
When that person does no longer wants you to serve God. And did they save you? Are they the ones who gave you life? Let me talk to women today. That is rubbish. Any man that does not want you to go to church because of insecurity, leave him. Because it's this. I will say this categorically. Nobody saved you. Not even your husband. Number 2, we serve God first, not men.
Yeah.
No marriage is greater than kingdom service. I will repeat it. There's no marriage that is better than serving the Almighty.
Yeah.
God can just squeeze your nostrils a little and you're gone.
Yeah.
And that man will continue living. Anyone that is insecure with your pastor, let him be delivered.
But again also, honey, there are pastors who've become now sheep eaters.
No.
Wako.
Let me say this.
Na mapasta pia wamejaribia jina sana.
This is the truth.
Yeah.
You see what? This is the naked truth.
Yeah.
All members, you have brains. There's a place you get, and this is nonsense you're doing. There's a place your husband should not make your pastor should not make a decision for you.
Yeah.
He should give you counsel.
Yes.
Not now tell you leave. Like I had one pastor, and the ladies were following. I said, "This spirit, don't they have brain? Are you being bewitched?" And I come here. What is your husband for? You're supposed to be here serving. What do you mean, your husband?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. You will your pastor where?
Sincerely.
That's not a pastor. That's a
someone's wife.
That's an imposter. It's not a pastor.
Yeah. And now those are some of the things backing men a little, that has made most men have very little faith with nowadays men of God. And they are becoming very secure with pastors from PCA, Catholic father, wenye ni wa kitambo wenye wako na roots at least wa character. Unaona? Because nowadays pastors pia wameanza kukua wengine. But again also, why don't you follow her to that church? You see what kind of pastor unamkataza aende. Kwa nini usimfuate kama mwezi mmoja with your Holy Joe kind of spirit that you feel she's in the wrong church as a man? Why don't you just follow her to that church that you feel she's going and that church is wrong? Enda ukae mwezi mmoja tu mko mmeka wawili. Test the spirit for her. Then go back to
you that is very spiritual.
Yeah, you that is very Holy Ghost filled.
Number 2.
Ujue ni nini namfanya kwa mileo kanisa. Then you will know if this pastor is the chwara kind, because many pastors again also are suffering burden for other pastors. Muzigo.
Tunaumia because you're wengine.
Yeah, unabeba msalaba ya makosa. Because of other pastors.
And this is what I will say. I will say this because I'm there. I will say this. Don't give your pastor honor that you can't give your husband.
Papa.
Don't give your pastor honor that you can't give your husband.
Papa, the houses, the posters have been put everywhere. Posters of Papa.
In your bedroom, when you're sleeping, you look up, is your papa's poster.
Papa is helping
so
you.
So you're making love to your husband and you're looking up.
That's a true story, by the way.
Yes, it's a true story.
Yeah.
So the man wondered, my wife is looking up, is it Jesus? So when the man turned, he saw the poster of Papa. And the poster, when you look at the poster, the Papa is looking at you and is smiling. So, so what is that? Don't give your pastor honor that you can't give your husband. That is hypocrisy.
That's true.
So what do I mean? Is your pastor is not to be worshipped, is to be honored.
Yeah.
Don't worship your pastor.
Yeah, I asked you a question the other day, and that question was very directive. I asked you, today Papa comes to, because we have a spiritual father, right? He comes to my house. Who do I serve first? Because how I handle it now, and this is how I do it. In my house, if I have my biological father and him, I serve him first. Then I serve my biological father. Is that what I do?
Yes.
That's what I do. So I asked him a question and I said, if Papa today, my spiritual father, our spiritual father comes home, who do I serve first? Who should you serve first?
You serve your spiritual father.
Me hapo nakata.
Do you know why? Both of you serve the same man. So by that, you're just showing honor.
So is it okay also to serve my biological father before
No.
you?
The spiritual is higher than the physical. Especially if both of you submit the same man. This man does not come to your house every day. This man does not enter that house every day.
Yeah.
You see, to your father, this is his home. You getting me? Your spiritual father, any spiritual father that makes your house a common entrance belongs to your father. Is a co-husband.
Hey.
So what will happen is
Napitia
ni kwako. Kuna kwako. Matter of fact, any of member, if any pastor does that, let me know. They should be at their home. And if they are passing your house, I should know they are coming. Because there is honor. And honor, when it is mishandled,
right,
it becomes abuse. Yes. So for me, if today my mother in the Lord comes, I'll give her honor. Because my wife is here, and especially if my wife understands honor. Come I understand honor, I will not do it.
Yeah.
Yes, but I understand honor. This is honor. This is not anything else. It's honor. Yes.
All right. We have a comment here on Soa TV saying, Pastor, that's absolutely correct. Communication matters a lot in marriage. I was once in a poisonous marriage for 3 years that made me be in remandee for 2 months.
Come again?
I was once, okay, let me start it off. Pastor, that's absolutely correct. Communication matters a lot in marriage. I was once in a poisonous marriage for 3 years that made me be in remandee for 2 months. From that situation, I just hated marriage. Your advice will be highly valuable.
Thank you.
That's Arunga James. Nikiwa Kayole. He's in Kayole. I think he was talking on the point whereby you said that a woman can provoke a man to maybe the physical abuse.
Yes.
So I think that is what happened to him na akafungwa jela for maybe becoming physically abusive. And you see, with our country, Kenya, we thank God that we have gotten to that point whereby the voice of a woman is heard.
Yes.
God has given us that opportunity. In other African countries, it is not so. Women are to be beaten. Women are second in life. Women have no voice. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even be on here, on this program, talking about what? Okay? Because the high places are all considered to be the places of what? The places of men. So I think that's exactly what happened to him. And the wife ran to the police, and the man akafungwa for 2 months, which is unfortunate. But we thank God because he's out now. Don't hate marriage. Yeah, God can give you a good wife. That's an advice to James.
Yes.
That God can give you a very good wife that can absolutely cover up for what was messed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are we done?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now let's now give our conclusion.
Yeah.
And we want every this is my take. This is my counsel. That marriage is honorable.
Yeah.
And the truth is this: marriage can work.
Yes.
Marriage can be blissful.
Yes.
The thing is this: that don't allow yourself. You have few days to live, and you have short life, short time on earth.
Yes.
By the time you get to 60, you might not have enough strength to enjoy much.
That's true.
80, you thank God. So the little few years you have energy to enjoy life, enjoy it. And don't allow anybody to cut you short of that. I'm talking to women even at home right now. Even if you have one child, 15 or 20, and in abusive marriage, kindly, in the name of the Lord, walk out.
Yeah.
Number 2, those people who have left marriage are not to be
stigmatized.
Yes, thank you. Don't look at them as if they are failures. You don't know what they've been going through.
Yeah.
Stop talking bad about them.
Yeah.
You don't know what they are going through.
Yeah.
For somebody to decide to leave,
you don't know what they had to go through.
you don't know why they left.
Yeah.
I remember a lady who left her home. She used to be our neighbor many years back before we got married. Before when I was still with my parents. She left her married while the husband was looking for the knife.
Hey.
So that's what all the husband did is the husband locked the bedroom, locked the sitting room, and locked the bedroom, went to the kitchen to take a knife. The woman was in a night garment. You know what she did? She jumped through the window. So listen, people in the essay were talking, people made her feel as if she is the devil. A lady came here to see me, and she told me on last week Tuesday, she told me why she left their church is because she was told you cannot serve because you left your marriage.
Yeah.
Imagine. She left their church because she was serving,
Yeah.
and because the marriage has become sour. The pastor and his wife, wicked pastor, told her you cannot serve here because of what? You have separated.
Imagine.
That is
Those are
wrong.
the people who are making women to die in marriage. Really.
Woman, your pastor's counsel, stay. Your parents' counsel, stay. Your friends' counsel, stay. And you feel like you want to run. There's a place whereby you make your own decision.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your take.
My take is I agree with him, and in this program we have always advocated for marriage to work. And probably you look at us as icons whose marriage works, which true, our marriage is working. That is why we are advocates of our marriage working. Okay, but I am married to him, you're married to another man, and vice versa. Every marriage has a different story.
Yes.
Don't look at our own and die in your own that is not working and force it to work.
Yes.
We need you alive.
Please.
You need to be alive. If not for yourself as a woman, you need to be alive for your children. If not for yourself as a man, you need to be alive for your children. If that marriage totally has any form of abuse, again, I say, I open up my hands to any woman that is suffering any form of abuse today. Talk to me. You can send me a message on Facebook page. That is Juliet Bernard Akama. You can send us a message on 0705 899 0727
438 728.
Kindly, we are going to come in very strongly to give you advice. Why? Because marriage should be enjoyable. Marriage should be good. It should not be a place whereby we are losing people.
Yes.
We just heard from one of our viewers tonight that a certain woman died today morning. From what? From the same physical abuse, from the toxic marriages we are talking about. You don't have to stay until it's, because you're listening you're listening to this thing called marriage, and they're saying marriage can work and all that. If your own is not working, you don't have to compare it with another person whom their own is working. Run for your dear life.
And if you want your marriage to work, and don't make sure the person who is a problem, tell them, if you believe in this thing called marriage, and you believe what we say, because true marriage work, tell them also to watch.
Yeah.
And when they're being corrected, point it out.
Yeah.
Now, as we come to the close,
someone told me that she purported to be putting on this thing called marriage. She's a woman, and she puts it on the TV. So during this thing called marriage, the 2 hours, there's no news, there's nothing. The husband was the proud type that feels, I don't want to be given counsel. I know, know it all, kind of. So the man would go to the bedroom until this thing called marriage is over. How do you deal with such? The whole program she would watch alone.
Add volume.
Yeah, there's a time they fought over the remote. He changed, so the lady had to take the phone, like force it on him, put this thing called marriage live, and he was so angry until she took earphones and put. It is a struggle to listen to this thing called marriage, and until now he has not flown in it.
Don't worry, continue. And by the way, at that point, if you don't want to listen and is abusive, walk out.
Yes.
That's the truth. If you cannot walk out with your 2 legs, you walk out in a casket.
Yeah.
If you want to walk out with your 2 legs, you will walk out in a casket.
Yeah.
So don't wait at that time you are carried by a casket. God forbid.
Yeah.
Because when you had legs to live, you didn't live.
Yeah.
As Mama said, don't look at me and her. For our marriage to work, we have decided to agree.
Yeah.
We have decided to make it work.
Yeah.
Don't stay with the man. Don't stay with the woman. So that do what? So that you stay. At the same time also, don't look for a reason for your partner to leave.
Or for your own self to leave.
Or we can leave.
If we don't state it well, wengine asubuhi watamka wakipaka. We are told we can go, and you have been shouting at me from today. It's the end. You are emotionally abusive. verbal abusive. So unatafuta ka reason kakutoka no.
It is when you know where you are.
Yeah, that's why we have taken this thing categorically, step by step through it, until to the point whereby now we've told you when should you leave. Not anything. Some things can be talked about. Some things can be corrected. Some things can be worked out.
And when he says sorry, Aki, I'm sorry.
Sasa hii sorry ya kila siku.
Na uone hiyo sorry enyewe ni sorry. Okay, I take your sorry. Let's go for prayer. And he says, okay,
let's go for counsel.
Don't leave.
Yeah.
Probably he needs help.
Yeah, it's true. Probably it could be the devil.
It could be the devil.
Polygamous spirits.
Powers from their father's house.
That's the thing.
So true, they could want to be helped.
Yeah.
But we advocate. If God has not decided to call you home, don't take yourself.
Don't go. We were saying as a joke, the story that has been there. That lady arrived and even God did not greet her.
Say, what are you coming here to?
You are here. Stupid. Go and wash the kitchen.
Your day
Heaven kitchen.
You're according to the calendar. The day for you to lead worship here
is not yet.
Is in the next 52 years.
Yeah.
So you've come early. Sit at the back. Sit at the back.
Go
and clean chairs.
Heaven chairs.
Because you're not meant to come here at this time.
What has brought you?
You could have left. There were more souls you could have won for me. You come here to do what? Your worship I need about 52 years from now.
We made it as a joke, but do you know it could be true?
Could be true.
Yeah.
So just make yourself happy.
Yeah.
And we believe God will bless you. We'll continue again next week. We'll take it now bit by bit. We want you to make sure you have a good marriage. Remember,
true.
My wife and I, as a couple, you have an issue and you feel we are not settling down. We're not agreeing. Come and see us.
Come.
Pastors' wives, don't die.
Please,
Please stop covering for that man if he's wicked. Don't be a pastor's wife who is dying of ulcers, hypertension, high blood pressure. You're dying with you're on medication because the man is killing you. You have to be an image. That church is of Christ. It's not your church. Leave. Tell pastor bye. God, you don't God called. You not kill me. And this is the truth. I want this to be very honest. When people ask you where you left, why you left, be honest. Tell them I left because my marriage was abusive marriage. But I've left. Please don't leave church. Don't break the church. But be sincere. Don't lie. Matter of fact, don't even escape.
Change number.
Don't change number. Tell them I've left because my marriage was toxic. Yes. That's it. We believe you have been blessed. Our time is already up. And I believe you have a good time. I believe you are blessed. Please, let's make sure our marriage works. And we believe that God will bless you. Remember, tomorrow we're having our communion service in the evening here at Lost City. Communion time is healing time. Communion time is breakthrough time. Communion time is a refreshing time. Don't miss tomorrow's service. And for those who came for the conference, we believe you are blessed.
That's right.
And we thank God for Soa for turning 11 years. And God will bless you. And then also, I want to thank God for all people who have been sharing, liking and following Sound of Abundance. Those who are watching at home, please do your best to make your marriage work. Do your best to make sure that home is a happy home. Let your children have a good role model. And let's let them know. The children of the lady was saying, our father taught us to beat a woman.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
So unfortunate.
And then the Lord will bless. We believe that God will lift you and keep you. Every Tuesday we sit here to discuss this thing called
marriage.
Because we believe that marriage is good.
Marriage works.
If only
you work it.
And keep watching Sowa TV.
Touching lives with the power of love.
God bless you.
God bless you. Shalom.
Bye for now.